Look at that. That's where we're going. This is Big Mesa Trail. It is just right at the very end of Wipeout Hill, and I'm hopping on it.
The Trailsoffraod app said this should take about 30 minutes to complete, and it gave it a 5.5 on the difficulty scale. But as you can see, it starts out with some nice, sandy, smooth trail, just like the end of Wipeout Hill, but you're driving directly toward this amazing red rock cliff. And just around the corner up ahead is the very first obstacle of this trail, and it is what gives it a 5 rating.
First hill climb here, it looks like a trail goes around that way. I don't know if that's a chicken trail or not. I'm just scouting it out. This looks pretty steep, but I think I could do it. I don't know where to put the camera though. You could even go up right here.
So coming up this obstacle, I wanted to pick the most difficult line, and to me it looked like going right down the middle. So first thing I like to do on an obstacle like this is get my Jeep aligned straight so that my tires can go up the obstacle parallel. So I'm backing up. I then actually put on my rear locker, I believe it was just my rear locker, and I crawl up pretty quickly.
All right, so I showed you on camera the route I did. I'm gonna show you what I think is probably, I don't know, maybe the easiest way up. So you got this here. It just seems the most flat. I mean, you do have a little ledge there, but even on this far side, you're gonna have a ledge. The only difference though, so this one, once you get up this little hump on the left, you'll be in the clear. Now I will show you this other option. Again, this is what I did. It's actually, if you have the ground clearance and lockers, it wasn't too bad because it is so straight. Now this is gonna be your other option, which seems bumpier, but if you can come around wide enough and actually get up this straight, this is probably your best bet. Least off camber, straddle these, walking up the route, just go right up this way. This is probably your most straight way up. It might be the easiest route. Whew, man, getting my steps in, climbing up and down these obstacles. Once you get up this hill, man, you're right up to this awesome view. And look at this.
Shortly after that, there's another hill climb, but not enough for me to call it an obstacle, but it's definitely pretty steep, and I just kept it in 4 low until I got up to the top. And that is it for the hill climbs on this trail. It's now pretty smooth sailing. We got the wide open sandy trail. I mean, this is really fun. And then it has a mixture of this rock slab again, then you get back to the sand and the open high speeds. Trails like this are a lot of fun. I like when it mixes in rock crawling, technical driving with some wide open high speed off-road as well. Alright, so you might notice I have suddenly 2 passengers in the Jeep that I didn't have when I started this trail. Well, I literally found hitchhikers on the trail. This father and son were looking for their car, and they kind of got a little bit lost, so I gave them a ride. And they had a lot of fun because they had never taken a Jeep off-road before. Anyway, back to the trail guide. So you see we're on this hard rock slab. Then the next thing you're going to come to is kind of a steep, rocky descent, and pretty much this is the last thing on the trail. Once you finish this, you're going to be done. And that was Big Mesa Trail.
Alrighty guys, just finished Big Mesa Trail. Only took about 30 minutes, I think 34 minutes, but I actually was stopping. I actually picked up some hitchhikers, which I never thought I would do on the trail. Honestly, easy except for one hill climb that was pretty tough, and that's worth it. I think if you're going through the end of Wipeout Hill, just pop over to this one, get that extra hill climb for fun, and you get some really cool views that you don't see that way. But thank you guys. Like the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.